Hi, I'm Laura Nelkin. I'm a knitwear designer. I live in upstate New York in the Finger Lakes region. And this is a wee little knit tip on how I love to do Judy's Magic Cast On. Judy's Magic Cast On was developed by Judy Becker, and I first learned it years ago from Kat Bordy. I do have a way that I love to work it that works very well for my designs, and I have many patterns lately that have been using Judy's Magic Cast On. And so every time we shoot a video for one of those patterns, we're reshooting how to do this cast on, and we decided it was time to just give you your own little tutorial for it. Judy's Magic Cast On can be used in a multitude of ways. The way I use it the most is for toe-up socks at the top of a toe. I've also used it for a provisional cast on before. I use it at the top of Hoodola, where I'm working flat from the center out, and I have used it on shawls that I work on the center out from. So I'm going to show you how I work it and then give you a few different options just in case you run into any problems or you're wondering about things that you could do a little differently. Let's jump right in and do that. When I work Judy's Magic Cast On, I like to work with the circular needle. You can work Judy's Magic Cast On with double pointed needles, but I find it much easier to work with a circular needle. Now grab your yarn and make sure that your tail is to the front of your needle as it's laying over your needle, and the working yarn is to the back of the needle. And then go ahead and take the other end of the circular needle so that they're parallel to each other, and then switch positions so that your working yarn comes over your thumb and your tail comes over your index finger like this. Now, this first stitch right here is going to count as a stitch, and the yarn coming off my index finger is going to make a stitch on the front needle, and the yarn on my thumb is going to make a stitch on the back needle. Let's pretend right now that I am casting on for socks, and the sock pattern calls for 7 stitches on both of my needles, so 14 stitches total. So I'm going to take that yarn on my index finger and bring it up and over that front needle. And then I'm going to take my yarn on my thumb and bring it up and over the back needle. And now I'm going to use that yarn on my index finger over the front needle, and then the yarn on my thumb over the back needle. And I'm going to continue like that. I'm trying to work it really slowly so you can see that until I have 7 stitches on both of my needles. Now, if you get lost at some point, like you get distracted and you're wondering which hand is ready to go to make the next stitch, what I do is kind of wiggle for a second, and I can see that the last stitch that I made is with my index finger, so that means my thumb is going to make a stitch on the back needle, and now my index finger is going to make a stitch on the front needle, and I'm going to count on both needles, and now I have 7 stitches on both needles. Since I started with a stitch on the back needle, I'm going to end with a stitch on the front needle. And now the next thing that you need to do is lock that tail in place. So I take the tail yarn and I bring it over my working yarn, and then I turn my needles clockwise all the way around. So now that bottom needle is on the top and both of my needles are pointing to the right. And then I'm going to slide out that bottom needle, and that's where using a circular needle is really helpful. And I'm going to begin to knit across the top needle. The biggest mistake that you can make at this point is to start knitting with your tail. So you'll notice as I moved that tail out of the way, I was very careful not to hold onto it. I was all prepared and ready to knit with the working yarn. And now I'm going to knit all the way across those top 7 stitches. And then I am going to turn my work clockwise again so that my needle is pointing to the right. And I'm going to push that top needle all the way back. and I'm going to pull that bottom needle out. And then I am ready to work the second 7 stitches. So at that first point, I had only worked halfway around the round. And when I finish these 7 stitches, I will have worked 14 stitches total. I'll be back at my tail right there and back at the beginning of the round. At this point, if you want, you can place a removable stitch marker right now to help you know if you're at the end of the round. Now, if you're working at the round, you're going to turn your work again to the right, push your needle back, and pull your needle out. But if you are working a pattern that has you working flat, you're going to actually turn your work so that your wrong side is facing you, and then grab your needle and work back the other way. If you're working socks, you're going to be working in the round. If you're working a shawl or like the top of Hoodola, then you're going to be working flat back and forth across your stitches. Your pattern will always tell you which you are going to do. So, if you have any questions about this technique or anything that you do that you'd love to share with everybody else, I love that the comments can become a repository of all of our information and tips and techniques that we use and we can share together. So, leave those comments below. I will leave links below to anything that I talked about that I think will be helpful for you to know about. I would absolutely love if you would subscribe to my channel, sign up for my mailing lists, follow me in all the places. I have an absolute blast designing and knitting and sharing my techniques with you. Thank you so much for watching.